Today's video, we're going to talk about the chokehold and whether or not it is legal in the state of California, especially. This may or may not apply to your state. I'm not an attorney. This is not legal advice. One of the things we need to get out of the way is the carotid restraint is not a chokehold. Choking is when you have an airway obstruction. Maybe you're eating something, or maybe you have some type of epileptic seizure, you swallow your tongue. You are said to be choking. The airway is obstructed. With a carotid, what you're doing is you're applying pressure in a wedge right here to both sides of the neck. You're restricting air right here that goes to the brain. The person passes out and soon will regain composure and consciousness. This technique is used by law enforcement to control a violent, resisting person. Private security uses this sometimes to control somebody that is violent and they're resisting. Recently, in the state of California, you can only use a carotid restraint if you have the ability to use lethal force. So if lethal force is justified, then you can use a carotid restraint, which in a way is kind of ridiculous. So it's either you shoot somebody, use deadly force, or you use a carotid. It's under the same category. Now, what does this have to do as private security? Everything that falls on law enforcement eventually ends up in private security. Falls in the private security industry standards and training. It's going to fall back on you. So if the police can't use it, it's going to trickle down to you guys. That's why I think it's so important to go out there and support your local law enforcement, because a lot of these new procedures where people want to advocate for change, I get it. We do need change out there, but these restrictions, they're going to be thrown onto you guys as private security officials. Okay, you don't like it, then contact your politicians. Okay, tell them that you're against this stuff. Okay, we have roughly 1.8 private security professionals in the whole United States. You know, we need to band together and resist some of these policies. I've never used a carotid restraint on anybody in law enforcement or private security. I've known officers that have, and they've won the fight, and the person whom they used the carotid restraint regain consciousness, and there wasn't an issue. It's a tool that's not designed to kill. It's designed to stop the violent encounter. And sometimes when you use these techniques, you actually end up using less force. Now, granted, you could still use the carotid restraint, but if you use it and the person dies, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a push of a manslaughter or homicide charge on you. And that's just because of what's been happening to law enforcement. You see, when law enforcement get charged for these crimes, alleged crimes, that push gets placed onto private security as well. Hope this video helps. I know it's kind of short and I may not cover everything, but if you have any questions, comments, please comment below. Please subscribe to my channel, press the bell notification so you do not miss an important update. Thank you. Be safe, everybody, and let's all get along. Doesn't matter the color of your skin, what you believe, your religion. Let's just all get along. Enough of this stuff. Enough of this stuff. 2021, let's make it a better year.